Sure. So I'm here with Greg from the urbanfarm.org, and he has been doing tons of work in sort of the urban farming space. I went to his website and he's got lots of information there. So Greg, tell me about what you're doing here inside of the city limits of Phoenix, Arizona.
So the urban farm, it's a third of an acre, really right in the middle of Phoenix. If you stood up on my roof and looked, 50 miles any direction, you're going to see city. And that's really the whole point. And the other thing to notice as we go through our little video here, everything kind of looks normal. You have flower beds. Oh, but instead of flowers, I do have flowers, but instead of flowers, I put in edibles. So what I like to tell people is my yard is primarily edibles or supports edibles. Lots of flowers brings in the pollinators like that. And really the reason I've presented it this way is so that when people come here on tours, because I do a lot of tours and classes, the place looks normal. And I can get mainstream America taking a look and saying, oh, you know what? I can do that. Because my goal each day is to inspire people into their own level of green, whatever that is.
Let's start with fruit trees.
So, I love fruit trees. One of the biggest reasons I love fruit trees is because you plant them once and you get to eat for years. This is an apple tree right here. And apple trees do really great in Phoenix. And it's actually a tree that's a little bit bigger than I like them to get, because I can't pick it from standing on the ground. Okay? I'd have to get a ladder here. Okay? And so what I'm going to show you here in a minute is I'm going to show you how we miniature fruit trees in your yard and how well they do.
Nice. Yeah. So let's talk about that miniaturization.
All right. You want to walk?
Yeah, definitely.
So one of the ways, in fact, I did a video on this. A few weeks ago. This peach tree right here, right down here, okay, is the peach tree. And when I planted it, it was that tall. It was a good 8-9 feet tall. And what I did is I cut it off at 18 inches. Okay? And you'll notice that the main branch isn't growing, but I got this really strong branch that's coming out of it. And here in about 30 seconds, I'm going to prove how well this works, because we're going to wander in the backyard, and I'm going to show you one of these that I did last year and how well it's doing.
Nice. Very nice. All right. And what's the name of the tree?
This is a peach tree. I said that, didn't I?
Yeah.
I said peach.
I didn't know if you named your plants or not.
Oh, no. Named them with a name like Harry or Fred? No, I don't do that. But hey, loquat. I love loquats. It's another fruit tree. There are over 80 fruit trees here at the Urban Farm. And part of how I get 80 fruit trees on the property is I keep them small. Again, this tree I can pick from the ground. Loquat's a tropical fruit. About the size and shape of an apricot, and they're really kind of sweet. I love them. And let's walk that way.
Okay.
Because one of the other ways that I get 80 fruit trees on the property here is I use hedges. And what I've done here, this is up against the street. Okay. This is a row of 14 navel oranges. And
nice.
Yeah.
And so how long does it take till these start to make?
Well, hey, look. They've been in about 3 years, but there's plenty of fruit. This will be ready in November. I'll have so much citrus in November. I'm so excited. I love navel oranges.
That's great.
Yeah.
Wonderful.